Yeah. What's really happening? What's really happening? Miami, what they do. Florida, what they do. It's your boy OG Gigavelli with another real one, man. Of What They Do podcast. I got a treat for y'all. Let me give them an introduction like you posed to, man. I know y'all heard of the Miami boys. I know y'all heard about the streets, the legends, the whispers. But today, for the first time ever, you're gonna hear from the man himself. I'm talking about that man, James Boss Man Sawyer. You know what I mean? This name that just doesn't ring bells in Miami, it echoes across the whole game. This ain't no movie. This ain't no rap lyric. This is the real life man right here. From survival and rose above all the time he done been locked up. On What They Do podcast, we don't just chase stories, we preserve legacies. Boss man, salute to you for blessing. You know what I'm saying? What They Do podcast was the first ever sit-down interview. What's going on, man? Welcome to it. And I see you got your brother BBE. What's up, BBE, man?
What's up, my brother?
Appreciate it, man, for making this happen and putting this thing together, man. I know Boss Man don't come out for everybody, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I sure don't.
Hey, but let me get into it, Boss Man, right? I put it together, you know what I mean? And then you're going to do it toward to the script, some things to let the people know more about yourself, right? Growing up in Miami back then, right? Let me ask you some questions about Miami back then, right? What made it legendary? What made you legendary in the streets? And what separate the talkers from the doers?
Because I walked it, talked it. I grew up in Miami. I went to school. I went everywhere. Everywhere I go, I represent.
For sure. I can see that, man. Your name, I'm growing up, I always heard about that, you know what I mean? But so, you know, in Miami, right?
Yeah.
I know from the streets, right? Like jokers just don't give you no name, right? And then, you know, BBE know as I know up under you, right? A young cat ain't gonna call nobody boss man, right? So take us how you got the name like boss man for a real Miami young nigga to come up and call you boss man, you know what I'm saying? And what kind of moves had to be made to be labeled that type of cat in the streets?
Well, you know, basically, when I first went to prison, when I was 17, you know, I was doing time, I was doing state time, you know, because when I grew up in Miami, I started like every other hustler, BD, rob, snatch and grab, shoot my leg, kick my foot in the ass here and there. You know, they got a line. You know, every time you got a line, you go to school, you got them Cubans, Jamaicans, all the Haitians, all, you know, sometimes you got a line, and they ain't from here. See, a lot of Cubans and Haitians, they come from the boat, but I born here.
Oh, so it was a little beef back then with that. You know, that kind of sprung up again, right?
Yeah.
Like they calling us Yanks and Zoes, but you know, but we finna get back about the legendary Miami boy, right?
Yeah.
Because I think I took you back somewhere just then with that one.
Yeah.
I had you kicking niggas in the ass and shit. Hey, but look, okay, check it out. A lot of dudes throw the word hustle around, right?
Right. Yeah.
What did the hustle look like in your day? I'm talking about your day.
Yeah. My day, you know, hustling. You know,
and what year your day is? Take us what year in Miami?
70s, 70s, 80s. That's about, you know, it was Heron day, then it went from Heron to Pilot, then Ross came out, they free basing at first, then they started, and then that crack epidemic came in, and then when everything just took off. So it's like the first crack house in Miami. The first crack house, a lot of people say a lot of things, but for real, everything started from Miami and go from Miami, go up to New York.
Okay. In my day when I came up, right, 15 Ave was jumping, 18 Ave was jumping. With Winoka back in the 70s, what part of the city, you know what I mean, from your era was jumping, and where could a person, I mean, I'm saying this to try to paint a picture of your era versus my era, and then we gonna get into the meat of this shit.
See my era, when I was hustling, I had about 27 houses in Miami, all over, anywhere.
Damn.
Anywhere, town, Cal City, Don't tell it.
Cass City was doing something back then?
Yeah, doing I know what you're saying.
Oh, Lake DeShern?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Shout out to Lake DeShern, man. I ain't know Lake DeShern.
Yeah.
I thought Cass City sprung up late, later on in the early 90s and shit like that.
Cass City was, we called that back then, that was a forest.
Okay.
They was building stuff up, and everybody left there and move out.
I see you came with your logo on there, the original Miami boy, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people I consider myself a Miami boy, right? But I can really say, no, I'm born away, Jackson Memorial Hospital.
Yeah, I'm born in Jackson.
No, I'm at the Hampton House, boy. You check, hey, don't check my squizzer now. I'm born and raised like you. You gotta kick me in my ass. I'm up here.
Yeah. I'm born in the project. I'm born in River City Square.
Okay, I'm at the Hampton House. I'm a sub, baby.
Fort Scott Project.
All right, I get it, but my thing is you got the original Miami boy thing on, right? A lot of shit been heard. A lot of motherfuckers claiming this original Miami boy shit.
Yep.
Right?
I wrote the book. I wrote the book, The Original Miami Boy.
I mean, it's one thing to write a book. Everybody can come out with a book. Hold on now. Everybody can come out with a book. I know you the real deal.
They can't walk it.
But I want.
Can't walk it.
Listen.
But they can't walk it.
Hey, y'all ain't gonna get me kicked in my ass up here by the boss man.
Yeah.
Boss man.
You got to walk it. You got to walk it.
Oh, so you walked it.
Yeah.
So take us down walking being original Miami boy. What it is to be original Miami boy then?
I walk it and let it be.
No. You ain't gonna leave it like that. What it is to be original Miami boy, like what? I mean, cause that name don't ring. No, I'm saying no. In Miami, we don't run around and call ourselves Miami boy.
Right.
So take us down. What makes a Miami boy?
Okay, listen. What makes a Miami boy? A lot of us, everybody can't get money, Miami. So a lot of us, we send people out of town to go get money.
Facts. That's what I'm getting on.
We get guys like, if you from Miami, just like you trying to come up, I give you a package, go out of town, just come back, bring my money back, and you build up for you build up, and you bring the money back.
So let me ask you something about, man.
Coast to coast.
Let me ask you something. I know what you're talking about, and I'm glad you went there, because that's what I was trying to get at you.
Right.
When I was in the feds, one of my things, I used to tell niggas from out of town, well, you can find a Miami boy in Alaska.
Yeah, everywhere.
Getting down with Eskimo, real fast. You know this shit, right?
Yeah, everywhere.
But boss man, you just was getting a nigga the pack and sending him up the road. Hold on. So you mean to tell me a nigga always ain't nobody rent off on the plug?
Nah, man. They gotta come back. You gotta run behind.
What make them not run off with the pack back then?
Cause guess what? I see them. They can't hide.
All right. There it is. So now, all right, boss man. We done talked about. See, one thing I don't know. I'm gonna say this for the comments.
Right, yeah.
One thing I want y'all to realize, man, I ain't got the boss man up here or none of the OGs that come home that I be telling these stories in the light that we trying to glorify the past, right? We having a little fun up here about shit that we done live.
Right.
But like take us to what made you start off in the life of crime, like what got you into the streets from the beginning?
Because when I think back, what I got in the beginning, when my father went to prison, when my father went to prison, and my mama had a boyfriend, and they kind of took me to another level. They took me to another level because my boyfriend, I ain't want nothing from him. So I said, I want nothing from him. I'm gonna get my own money. I'm going out to get it.
So you went out in the streets and started hustling for yourself.
I'm searching for dead president with your cash.
So the moral to the story is the same story. Like basically, I think all of us on this panel right here could say that we came up like in my situation. Yeah. I came up without a father.
Right.
Say your mama do have a boyfriend, but just because a man messes with your mama don't make him your father.
Right. Yeah.
In most cases, a lot of young cats are going through that same kind of pressure.
Right, yeah.
So basically what we're saying is we a product of our environment.
Right.
We took the hand that was dealt to us,
right,
and we chased that bread.
Right.
So now fast forwarding, right, you end up doing some time. How much time you end up doing? I ain't talking about the boys' school, because me and you talked off camera.
Yeah, right.
Me and you both of us juvenile babies, boys' school baby.
Yeah.
Prison time, penitentiary time. How much time you end up doing?
In prison?
Right.
I did 31 years and 6 months.
31 years.
I went to prison at 24.
Man.
Come back at 55.
All right. When you hear the word, when you hear the name boss man, right? Normally, like for me, I always heard Big Ike in the picture too. You and Ike was homeboys. How that end up? How y'all end up networking and being part?
Me and Ike co-defendant. You know, I just bodyguard for Ike, and I was a lieutenant for Ike.
Shout out to you. Y'all don't know who we talking about. We talking about the legendary Isaac Hayes.
Isaac Hicks.
Isaac Hicks. You know what I'm saying? Big Ike. You know what I mean? For those of y'all that don't know, man, rest in peace to Big Ike. You know what I mean? You still here. I'm getting some indication from my people, right? Yeah. That we gonna have to part to this, man. You know what I mean? We gonna have to part to this. I really appreciate. Before we go though, yeah. I know you wrote some books.
Yeah.
Right. I know you got a lot of other things cooking up. Kind of let the people know. You know what I mean? Since you've been home from these 31 years, what your mission is out here to the community that you once was, you know what I'm saying, a part of, and you may cause a little mayhem or whatever.
Yeah, I want, you know, I feel like I don't want no young dude to go through what I've been through. I want them to do better, you know. Yeah. The street life is not easy. You know, you get locked up, you miss your childhood, you miss growing up with kids, your brothers, sisters, you know, your family, grandmama, you miss it, just like me. I did 30 years, 6 months. I lost my daddy, my mama, my aunt, my grandmama. You lost everybody. You know, your kids growing up, but basically, I tell every kid growing up, it's a better life than the street life.
Hey man, listen man. I know y'all, you know, it took a minute to get the OG on the panel, man, to talk about this here. We will, on What They Do live podcast, I will be bringing you on Boss Man again. He got a lot of shit cooking. He got a book. Let him know what your book is. And we got to get out of here, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my book a good read. You'll like Original Miami Boy.
Original Miami Boy, man. There it is, man. Boss Man. Big Sawyer in the building, man. Look at them guns on Boss Man. Boss Man, let me see. Because you were talking about them guns the other day, man. Let them OG, I'm with you now. I'm with you now. Oh, yeah. 31 years, how it come out, man. Y'all keep it locked, man.